What are you reading about?
I'm reading from Phaedrus, which is a discourse of Plato. It's on writing and the role of the artist in the world and metaphor. Yep. You recording this?
No.
No pictures. No pictures, please.
Danielle, do you like going to Brown?
Yeah, it's different. It wasn't that I didn't like painting. I mean, I'm gonna paint my whole life. I'm a painter. It was that was all I was doing. And anytime you try to have a critique about an experience people wouldn't, a lot of people didn't understand, or about if you're trying to talk about like a social issue or something like that, I don't know, you often get the critique that doesn't belong in fine art, that you should be making murals or you should be doing something else because that's not the role of the painter, and I just think that's bullshit. And so I kind of, I don't know, I just wanted to be with people where I could study the issues that I make paintings about and study the language that I make paintings about. And I don't know, it's all to be a better painter, even though it doesn't seem that way. I was in studio all the time and I felt like I was going to be 22 one day, and that's all I had done. I don't know, I want to study language, I want to study history, I want to study literature. He's talking about the artist, he's talking about writers, he's talking about artists, he's talking about people who use, you know, literature and art to talk about life, talk about truth. And throughout this whole book, he's trying to figure out like what is the role of art, what is the role of the artist, and how do you convey truth? And in a larger way, what does that mean about justice? What does that mean about our own morality? And how do we structure a just and moral society from that, and with that in mind? It's just discourse is basically he's trying to work through these issues of representation. And metaphor in his mind is further removed from reality, further removed from truth. And because it's doing that, it falls into the category of bad art, or it can be. I think it's because it's for the same reason. So he's saying that the purest idea, the most real idea, the most real object, and the thing that's closest to the truth is something that comes from your mind, something that is original, something that is you know, grounded in reality and grounded in truth. Kind of the bastardization of that and the next generation of that is something that's made by a craftsman, you know, like a table or a piece of furniture or a piece of sculpture. Like that's the next variation of that, but even that is not the thing itself. So you know what I mean? If you make a chair, is that just a variation of the object? Does that actually contain the idea of the object, or is that just a representation of the idea itself? And then what he's saying is further removed from the chair itself is painting and other forms of representation like metaphor and writing, because it's not only has no function, but it's a representation of a representation. And he's saying that this takes us further from the truth, further from reality, and it needs to be in some way censored, or it needs to be understood in a different context, a different way. So that's kind of his conclusion about art.